You know, oftentimes working a full-time job can be pretty tough. And so sometimes I come home and I like to play video games to take off some of that stress. And I mean, I don't like hard video games usually because for me that just adds on more to the stress. I mean, I usually prefer video games that are easy, you know, are pretty chill or laid back, but I mean, there are just some that are kind of like off the charts. And if you were to ask me, what's the easiest video game I played? I would have said, oh, that's easy. Elmo and Grouchland for the Game Boy Color. So I remember back in the 90s, you know, Sesame Street was actually at the height of its popularity. And I just, you know, remember kids going crazy over Sesame Street. I mean, this was actually me holding an Elmo. And I'm just like, fuck Teletubbies. Sesame Street is a real deal. What was mind blowing to me was I was actually, you know, looking up Sesame Street the other night. And I just realized Sesame Street has been in production since 1969. I'm serious. Yeah, they were on the Guinness Book of World Records in 2000. There's also a PC version of the game, which is loosely based off of the movie. But I think in order to properly review the game, I think it's important to make references to the movie. You get two difficulty levels, easy or hard. So like there's no medium. Okay. I think easy would be too easy for me. So I wanted to go hard. I've been putting on a lot of weight. So
damn, Smoothie, you gonna fill up my booty later?
Hell no.
Being that Elmo is emotionally attached to the blanket, he realizes that he loses the blanket, so now you have to help him find it. Wait, is it supposed to be Van instead of then? In the movie, we also see this same relationship Elmo has with it as well, even to the point where he's just really stingy. Like he's just this cold-hearted bitch who's not letting anyone touch his blanket, not even Zoe. And I mean, Zoe is sad that she can't even go to the zoo by herself. And I mean, he tries to cheer her up, tries to make her day go by, but you touch that blanket, you're in big trouble, motherfucker. So then the Telly monster, for some reason, is on roller skates and he can't control himself. So he takes the blanket and they're now on this wild goose chase. So that's where we get to the first level where Elmo is on this wild goose chase on the sidewalks of Sesame Street trying to get his blanket back, while you have to avoid exploding fire hydrants and potholes. After that, he jumps into the garbage can, or in other words, the dimensional portal to Grouchland. In the movie, Oscar takes the blanket thinking it's garbage and puts it in his garbage. So Elmo goes down to grab the blanket. Now, I'm all for going after shit that you love. And if it means jumping in a public toilet to get your shit back because it's valuable, shit, I'm down for it, bro. In Journey to Grouchland, you have to avoid elephants, you have to avoid TVs, dead fish. In the movie, Elmo didn't have to go through none of that shit. But once he lands into Grouchland, he lands onto a pile of shit. So it's understandable where this shit is coming from. I get it. This is the part where I realized that the game kind of has issues with the collision detection. I mean, you know, it's just like eating invisible meatloaf. I mean, you think you'd be eating the meatloaf, but no, you're not eating shit. Wait, foggy Grouchland. When Elmo gets to Grouchland, I don't remember it being foggy. I mean, there was a scene where it was foggy, but not that it was really important. I mean, this game just kind of defies logic. You have to take a fan to blow out fog or whatever the hell this green shit is. It's funny because Oscar gets his own cameo appearance. Yay! Man, how fucking depressing. It feels like being in Cairo, Illinois. In the movie, we meet Huxley, or Rocky Marciano, who claims that everything is his. In Huxley's chopper, however, Elmo has a fight with him, in which case you use the fire hydrants to shoot water at him. Now, wait a minute. Let's just forget about guns. Let's forget about rifles, knives, or weapons. No. To take down a helicopter, according to this game, if your life is in danger or someone is trying to shoot at you using a helicopter, oh, that's easy. No, don't even use a water gun because the water won't even reach that fucking far to begin with. So just use the fire hydrants, shoot drops of water, and the whole helicopter. What the fuck? I like how he kind of just teases you with the blanket though. Even after all those explosions and shit, you still don't get your blanket back. God damn it. And why is there an ice cooler here? So in Mind Games, Elmo goes through a tunnel, like in the movie, where you have to avoid the roof of the cave and avoid getting hit by headlamps. games. Oh yeah, jumping in the dump. Now, I think it's based off of when Elmo goes to see the Queen of Junk, in which the Queen of Junk, played by Vanessa Williams, sings about how you shouldn't feel bad about surrounding yourself with junk. Or rather, the message in this movie is, if you're chasing after a blanket, regardless of what it is, others might think it's ridiculous to chase after a blanket or your own pile of shit, but own up to your pile of shit. Do things your way. As a matter of fact, make Elmo do 100 raspberries in order to get past the freaking junk, knowing Elmo ain't got no goddamn lips. How the fuck are you supposed to do raspberries? You know what? I get it now. That's why they call it raspberries. Flowers, bugs, and bugs. I really hate bugs, especially in the springtime and the summertime, because they're just so fucking annoying. So really all you're doing in this level is avoiding the bugs and just moving past towards the end of the level. So we finally get to Huxley's house. In the movie, Elmo confronts Huxley in his own house, wanting his blanket back. Huxley instead traps Elmo in a claw until his friends actually followed Elmo and helped him get his blanket back. Bug, Huxley's companion, turns on him by helping Elmo get his blanket back, trapping Huxley in a wooden basket. And then they go home and live happily forever after. Elmo apologizes to Zoe about treating her like shit earlier, and they're all friends again. Here in the game, you have teenage boys or kids shooting paintballs at you, which I don't know why, I didn't see that in the movie. And then you have to get to Huxley's rooftop where his helicopter is sitting at, and that's pretty much the end of the game. Wait a minute. So there's no ending boss fight? The only boss fight that's in this game is halfway through the game, but at the end of the game, they're just like, nope, just take your blanket. Just get the fuck out of here. Wait, didn't Elmo fight that huge chicken in the movie? You know something? I do remember in the movie about Huxley saying that Elmo has courage, and he was kind of thinking to himself, like, why is Elmo so determined to get a fucking blanket? I guess that's what he was thinking of in the end of this game. I don't know, but yeah. I'd have to say this was probably the easiest game I've played through and ever beaten. Seriously, it only took me 5 minutes to beat the entire thing. There's absolutely no reason to play this game on easy. If you have to play this game, I highly recommend playing it on hard. And even when you play it on hard, there is no challenge in this game whatsoever. The obstacles are easy enough to avoid, and even when you do take damage, Elmo just takes way too much damage. Graphics and sound, the controls can be best described as being a little better than when Vector spanks his ass on the moon. If you want to know about the game's storyline, well, that's easy. Just go watch the movie. I mean, for comparison, the PC version is just simply a much better game. It has much better graphics, much better sound. The voiceovers in this game are actually kind of funny, and it's more interactive, meaning that the PC version will actually teach kids something. I give this game a D-. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by the lounge. I'm out.